Unbeaten in her first 5 starts, including a win in the Group 1 1000 Guineas, Legato is the latest New Zealand star to head across the ditch. We spent time with her trainer Bev KELSO to find out more about the star filly. Ken, tell me a little bit about the stable. How many horses do you have in work?
At the moment we're only working about half a dozen, Emily. We train for some good people and some studs, so we're getting to the end of it. We're getting a bit older now, Emily, so we're cutting down a little bit.
Half a dozen in work, that means a quarter of your team is Group 1 winner. That's pretty good strike rate.
Yeah, no, it's quite good. I said I wouldn't be happy and retire until we got a Group 1 in Australia, and I think we've had 3 seconds in Group 1s. So.
This nimble filly is a Guinea star. Legato as easy as you like, won it by nearly 6.
What's her personality like at home?
She's pretty laid back, which was quite surprising at Riccarton when she put on that little act around before the barrier, but normally she's pretty laid back, goes out and does her work, pretty straightforward, great eater, great action, and she's very, very strong for a 3-year-old filly.
Wild Night is 2 weeks away.
The last time we saw Legato was in the Karaka Million for the 3-year-olds. What was the thinking behind heading towards the Australian Guineas?
Australian Group 1 is very important for fillies and mares. If she can put her hand up in an Australian Guineas, well, it certainly enhances her value as a brood mare later on. So with winning the Group 1 here, we thought it was a good opportunity to take her over while she's at the top of her game and see how good she is. But, you know, we're under no illusions. We know how hard it is. It's hard to measure the form, you know. You don't know how she's going to measure up, but we'll roll the dice and see where we end up.
Racing fans in Australia are familiar with your other stable star in Levante. Can you draw any comparisons between these two?
Well, they're very similar in the fact that they're very good doers. They eat well, they've got a great temperament. Legato's a lot bigger. I think she's about 20 kilos heavier than what Levante is, so she's certainly a big filly.
Ken, it's not just your name in the book. Your wife Bev is also a huge part of this training partnership. You've spoken about her health in the past. What would a win mean to her in Australia?
Oh, huge. You know, we've been training for 40-odd years and, you know, health hasn't been the best. Just to have a horse is good enough, Emily, to run in these sort of races is huge. You know, we don't train a small team, so getting these quality horses to go over and run in these races is a huge result. If we could pick up a Group 1, I can retire happily.
Fall overshadows a major Flemington race day. We have breaking news for you now, and a jockey has been rushed to hospital after a fall at Flemington. Joshua Dorr is following this story. Josh, what happened?
Alicia, a scary incident which has certainly overshadowed the Group 1 Australian Guineas at Flemington this afternoon. These pictures just into our newsroom are of jockey Ethan Brown being admitted to the Royal Melbourne Hospital. I've just been informed he is in a critical condition with abdominal injuries after his horse Maximilius suffered a fall in that race. He was thrown from the horse first and into the path of another horse, Holy Man's, ridden by Mark Zara. Zara himself also thrown off the saddle. He did manage to walk away from the track, as you can see here, back to the mounting yard. Both horses cleared of any major injury, which is good news, but VRC stewards will be conducting an inquiry into just how this fall occurred. So just repeating, jockey Ethan Brown in the Royal Melbourne Hospital with abdominal injuries, currently in a critical condition, Alicia.
Very concerning indeed. OK, Josh, thank you.
As we reported earlier in our news, jockey Ethan Brown is in a critical condition tonight in the Royal Melbourne Hospital after that shocking fall in the Australian Guineas. History, though, was made in the same race, with the first Kiwi horse to win the Group 1 Classic, Legato avoiding the chaos to grab the honours.
Japanese Emperor at attrition, stride for stride, attrition just in front. The filly Legato is driving at them and got up. The filly, the Kiwi.
Trained by Ken and Bev KELSO, Legato returned $6.10 the win.